Hey everybody, it's Dr. Delatorro. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, I hope that you are excited about today's concept, which is 5 questions to ask before you hire a mentor or a coach to help you take your business, your brand, your speaking, your coaching, your business to the next level. You know, I've been full-time in this industry for 20 years, 22 years total in the industry. And one of the things that breaks my heart every time I hear it is when people come up to me and they say, Dr. Delatorro, you know, I overinvested with the wrong brand. And I hear it all the time. I hear people literally all over the world tell me stories of how they spent a lot of money to get some outcome and the program, the person, et cetera, didn't deliver for them. Now, I fully believe that a lot of people don't implement the things that they learn in the program, and then when they don't implement, they blame the coach, the consultant, the expert, the personality, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those of you all who you were promised one thing, you paid for it, and you didn't get delivered on what you were promised. And if that's happened to you, I know it's happened to me, I want to apologize to you. Right? And I also want to let you know something. When I made a decision to get into the speaking industry, I made a decision that I wanted to be the best. And I also made God a promise. I said, Lord, if you help me to make it, if you help me to make it in this industry, I promise you I will reach back and help as many other people as possible to succeed. And I will make sure that they have incredible content that will help take them to the next level. So here's what I want to do in this video. I want to give you 5 questions that you should ask yourself before you invest in a speaker, coach, or speaking mentor, or someone to take you to the next level in this industry. I think there's 5 questions that you should ask. And these are the same 5 questions that I ask myself when I'm getting ready to invest. Now, please be clear. On average, I invest 20% of what I seek to make that year in the learning and the growth in order to generate it. So for example, let's just say if my goal is to make $100,000, then I need to make sure that I'm investing $20,000 that year to learn how to make and maintain and grow that 100. If my goal is $1 million a year, right, then I need to be prepared to invest $200,000 to learn how to make the $1 million, learn how to maintain that $1 million, and grow that $1 million. Does that make sense? So I think 20% is a very realistic number that you should use, that a lot of my other contemporaries and people that are in the income brackets that I'm in and the masterminds that I'm in, right? We invest about 20% of our goal into learning how to hit the goal, keep the goal, and grow the goal. Does that make sense? So that's one thing that I really want to encourage you on. Now, let's get to these 5 questions. I want you to ask yourself these 5 questions when you're serious about getting ready to invest in a speaker or a coach or a mentor to take you to the next level. Question number 1, do they have a body of work that I respect? Okay, when you think about someone that you want to coach you or mentor you, does that person have a body of work that you respect? And when I say body of work, that means they've done a plethora of things. They just haven't done one thing. They've done several things well in their career over time. Write that down, family. Because some of y'all, you invest in people and they've been one-shot wonders, one-hit wonders, right? And they did one thing one time and that's it, right? No. You want someone who can consistently show receipts, results, that they're constantly living life to the fullest and they're doing things in business at the next level. So do they have a body of work that you respect? That's number 1, okay? Check. Number 2, does this person have the ability to demonstrate the skill to train? Okay? This is probably one of the most important questions, because I know a lot of people who have a lot of great stage presence, on stage or online or whatever, they look one way, but that person is not necessarily anointed to train the same skill that you see them execute. I know plenty of people who are great drummers, they don't teach drumming. I know plenty of people who are great realtors, they don't teach real estate. I know plenty of people who are incredible investors, but they don't know how to teach real estate investing or stock investing or day trading. Does that make sense? I know plenty of people who are phenomenal speakers, but they don't have the skill and the anointing to train the skill of speaking. Does that make sense? And here's where you'll go wrong. If you see this and you're magnetized by this, and then they don't have the ability to demonstrate their ability to transfer the skill, you're gonna get duped. I'm just gonna be real. I'm gonna be real honest with you, right? You're gonna overinvest in the wrong mentor and coach because they don't have the ability to train you. And sometimes they outsource that. They'll hire people who can do the training and the certifications and all that stuff, which is awesome. But you want to make sure that not only am I asking a question about body of work, but I'm also asking the question of, do they have the demonstrated ability to train? My master's degree is in curriculum design. For 20 years, I've been using instructional design, curriculum design to train and mentor and coach and groom some of the best speakers, authors, coaches on the planet, right? So boom, check there. Question number 3. So do they have the body of work that I respect? Number 2, do they have the demonstrated skill to be able to train? Number 3, right? Am I willing to do the work? My friend, this is such an important question. I don't care what course you buy, what program you buy, what mastermind, no matter what no matter book, at some point, it's going to go from what the person is teaching you and training you and telling you to do to the responsibility shifts to you. Are you going to execute? Am I willing to do the work? And you have to ask yourself that honest question. And let me help you. Can I put some money in your pocket right now? Do yourself the favor and say, listen, when I wrote this in my book, Shifting to a Higher Gear. Before you say, I want XYZ goal, set a goal before that goal. You know the goal before the what goal should be the room goal. You need to make room for the life that you want. And most people don't have enough space in their life. So you might invest in a great program with a great coach, but you didn't create room in your life to do the work necessary for the program to work for you. Does that make sense? So create the space so that your dream, your goal, your vision has the room to grow. Because your dream, your goal, your vision is a baby. It needs space, and it's going to take up space. So my friend, are you willing to do the work? That's another important question. Question number 4, does this person have a process that I can follow? Right? Whoever this person is that I'm going to glean insight from, whether it's real estate or whether it's speaking or whether it's book publishing, no matter what the subject matter, right? Wellness, doesn't matter. Does this parenting, marriage, does this person have a proven process that they have packaged that I can follow? Does that make sense? Sometimes their proven packaged process is in the form of a mastermind. Sometimes it's in the form of a continuity monthly program. Sometimes it's in the form of a book. Sometimes it's in the form of an online course. Sometimes it's in the form of a live event. Sometimes so it can take different forms, but you want to make sure that they have a packaged process that you can follow. Does that make sense? Last question, and this is the money question. And I love to ask this question. How many gigs at my ideal fee does it take to recoup the investment? Okay, let's just be honest, right? How many gigs at my ideal fee? So let's say that there's a program that I want that costs $100,000. There's a scale your business to $100 million program, and it costs me $100,000 to be in that program. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not sweating about the $100,000. I mean, that's nothing, right? My only question is, listen, does this person who's offering this have a body of work that I respect? Do they have a demonstrated ability to train me, right? Am I willing to do the work to get my business to 10 million, right? Do they have a package process that I can follow? And then how many gigs at my ideal fee does it take for me to recoup the tuition? So if my ideal speaking fee is $50,000 per hour, it takes me 2 paid talks to recoup that $100,000 investment to scale my business to 10 million. Does that make sense? So for me, it's 2 talks worth it to be able to scale my business to 10 million and be able to apply all those principles over and over and over again for the next 30, 40, 50 years of my career. Absolutely. Does that make sense? It's a no-brainer, right? And so you might be saying, okay, well, Dr. Delatorro, my speaking fee is not 50,000. That's fine. What if it's 5,000? What if it's 10,000? What if it's 2,500? What if it's 1,000? It doesn't matter, right? Let's just say you want to invest in a program that costs $50,000, right? But your speaking fee is $5,000. It takes 10 talks. Most speakers who are serious about their craft are doing 3 or 4 talks a month. So it takes you 2 months to recoup the investment, and you've got the information for the rest of your speaking career, the rest of your life? Are you kidding me? It's a steal. It's a no-brainer, right? So these are the 5 questions that I love to ask, and I'm teaching this skill to you. And this is why you got to join our 5-day challenge, the Monetize Your Message Challenge. Because when you join our challenge, we're going to teach you so many concepts like this and so much more. It's going to explode your business. It's going to explode your brand. And here's one thing that all of our students have said. Dr. Delatorro, you got a body of work that I respect. Dr. Delatorro, you have not only been trained in curriculum design, but you've been groomed by the best. And you know how to train. Dr. Delatorro, I'm willing to do the work. You've created a package process that I'll follow. And you've shown me how to increase my speaking fees and my training fees and my coaching fees. So that way I can easily afford the investment in your programs. And that's why so many of our students work with us. Does that make sense? So I just want to encourage you in this video. Before you make that next big investment, ask these 5 simple questions of yourself and of the person you're looking at investing with. And I guarantee you, you'll make a wiser decision that will bless you and your family for many, many years to come. Join our upcoming challenge, monetizeyourmessagechallenge.com. Monetizeyourmessagechallenge.com. I cannot wait to show you how to leverage public speaking and presentation to help you gain more clients, more contacts, more contracts, and more cash. Because there's 3 things that I know that you want. You want more influence, you want more impact, and I know you want more income. I'm somewhere around the world believing in you and expecting you to shift everything in your life into a higher gear. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon.